drinking energy drinks. Sorry. Oh, sorry.
With that being said, hello everybody! Oh, we are the Masters of the Cold Open here at Quest Junkies. It is Monday night, my dudes, and that can only mean just one thing. It's time for the Rhódania Chronicles. Say hi, guys!
Hi guys!
Bonsoir,
I forgot to grab my dice.
Oh,
shit.
you won't need dice. It's
We're
fine.
gonna die instead.
I mean, maybe. There's always a maybe. But hopefully not, because we have a thrilling campaign to get into with all of you wonderful people in the audience tonight. So let's quickly go around the table, my dear friends. If you'd be so very kind, please introduce yourself and tell the world who you will be playing. Starting at the tippity top with Myra.
Hi, I'm Mai, aka Myra the Pirate. I am playing Elisich, the Circle of Stars, Feely's Druid. I got it right that time.
You did it! I'm so proud of you. I will probably get the names mixed up twice, at least 3 times tonight, because...
If not you, then Chatbot will probably. Nightbot.
Well, we don't pay Nightbot enough, clearly, but...
No.
Thank you so much. Continuing on, we have... It's Patrick.
Hello everybody, I'm Patrick aka Patton. Sometimes I draw art, but Monday afternoons I play Conor McGinnis, Urshanase Runite Fighter.
Yeah. Oh, the fact that, like... Chat didn't see that because the splash screen came up, but... There's at least always 2 or 3 of us saying it along with you.
See, that's why I look away now, because I'm like, someone's going to say it, and I'm going to get mad. JK, don't get mad.
Nothing if not consistent. Thank you so much. Continuing along, we have Aylin.
Hi, I'm Aylin. I'll be playing Aegis, the biblically accurate twink.
I always forget just how short and succinct this intro is, and yet it says so much. Biblically accurate twink. Yes, you heard that right, folks. Biblically accurate twink.
What
be
level
much
do
of
they
that
have to be
someday.
before I can multi-class into a twink?
I think that was in Xanathar's
Level.
guide to everything.
I think Connell has already gone past to twunk.
You might actually find that Twink's
Twonk.
actually a feat. Sorry.
The twink feet.
Yeah.
Strong twonk.
Strong twonk. Yeah, you gotta put that in your next intro.
Just keep thinking of Kronk now.
Pull the lever!
Twonk, twonk.
Alright, thank you
By
so
all accounts,
much.
it doesn't matter.
There it is. I was waiting for it. Continuing along, we have Artie.
Hi, I'm Ari the Halfling, and I'll be playing Mr. Timey, the Order Cleric with a Clockwork Soul.
Indeed, you will. Sometimes appearing as Macklemore. Not affiliated with the real life Macklemore. No, it's entirely different. They have different voices and everything. Different accents. You couldn't possibly get the two mixed up. But thank you so much. And last but certainly not least, by any measure at all, Bridget.
Hi guys, I'm Bridget. I'll be playing Frake, the Shatterkai, Slay of the Long Death, Monklock.
I forgot about Slayer the Long Death. It's great. Thank you so
Making
much.
it my thing.
Yeah, you are. And I am Patch, the ever-humble Dungeon Master. I play everybody else. I don't know where this came from, but...
It comes from Evelyn. That's where it comes
YMCA. I don't know. It does come from... No, Evelyn is... It's not that. It's Evelyn's...
from. Yeah.
I can't look
Yeah.
seductive.
Hairy
Yeah.
pits all around. Sorry.
Yes, so, with all that out of the way, I think it's time. Where were we? Last, we left off with the Wyld Ones. Travelling through the continent of Demethren. Well, what remains of the continent of Demethren, at least. with the hopes of investigating more about the reconvergence, the rot, the plight on the land, finding a way to bring some order back to the world. And ultimately, at the end of it all, confront Frike's father and the former god of death. The two individuals responsible for the Great Reconvergence, the events that shifted places and people across realms of existence, plunging the continents of Rhódania and Demethrin into the Shadowfell, and pulling the forever shadowed city of Lyanna from the Shadowfell to the material plane, to serve as a monument, a throne of sorts, for the recently returned GOD. Upon their travels, they got themselves reacquainted with Connell's mentor, Atticus, a fearsome warrior in his heyday, and the individual responsible for many of Connell's teachings, including the list of rules to be a hero. Though it seems Connell might have learned a thing or two on his own over this adventure, and he's been quietly observing. Still, it's not been all sunshine and rainbows, because there is no sunshine nor rainbows in the Shadowfell. They have had to sneak past entities of rot and traverse through the ruins of Cathramand and then northward towards what used to be the northern side of the continent before it was plunged into the depths of the ocean and became the Oathkeeper Reefs. After the events of the Demethrin 5, events which Aegis was not only witness to, but in some ways responsible for. As the group headed further north, they were inevitably encountered by a mass of coiling rot, which appeared before the group and seemed to not respond to Frike at first, attempting to manipulate it, intimidate it, gain subservience from it. It seemed more focused on someone else in the group, Aegis, going as far as to imitate the face of Aegis's mother to get under Aegis's skin and provoke a reaction. Which it did. This led to a quick surprise attack from members of the group, absolutely decimating this rot in quick succession. But that power from the domain of death, coursing through the body, mind, and soul of Aegis Asphodelis in this moment, with the heightened emotion, presented a window of opportunity. And where we left off, Aegis was charmed and looking down at Frike. Aegis, as this power courses through you, you look down at the rot that is disassociating, melting into the ground, and you see Frike stood there in front of it. You feel this pull, this surge within you to direct every emotion that you have right now towards Frike. I'd like the rest of the group to make me an insight check.
Nat 20. 26.
Nat 20. Nat 20 had to come from Frike, didn't it? Fucking dice. They always know.
12.
12?
I also got 26.
Ooh, damn.
High five.
Okay. And a 3 from Connell. Connell, you immediately survey the scene. There is no active threat here.
Fucking it.
Everything's
Slay the
Gucci.
monster. It's all G.
You're more just proud of the fact that you had 3 quick attacks when normally you only get 2. It just feels so good. Oh, I didn't roll for Atticus. 1 second. Atticus also got a 3. Atticus is looking at you like, hey, pretty good.
So good.
Elisich and Mr. Timey, you immediately notice a shift in Aegis as they are currently. I believe you were up on the Nimbus cloud, weren't you?
Aegis had dropped the Nimbus in favor of his own wings, but
Okay.
he would descend in front of Fright.
Okay. You
and the
notice
wings would
this.
pulled away.
You notice this shift in Aegis. The posture different. The halo behind their head, often commented as like a mood ring of sorts, is vibrant and fixed. A stark contrast to just moments ago, where it was different. Something's just happened right now to Aegis. It could be a number of things. Elisich, you're not quite sure. Something's happened. Mr. Timey, this looks like a charm effect of some sorts. There is an influence present around Aegis in this moment. Frike with a natural 20. And because this focus is directly at you, there is a brief flash across Aegis's eyes. And across the eyes on the wings before they are folded in. And just for a split second, it's not Aegis's eyes. It's the eyes you grew up looking at as a child. Eyes that you longed for approval from and never got. You'd know your father's eyes anywhere. As Aegis descends in front of you.
Just flinches and then maybe kind of rolls her neck a little bit and just can't seem to manage to look directly into Aegis's eyes, but like looks at the eyes and the wings and just starts shaking her head. Just not now. Not him. Leave him alone.
Aegis. Go ahead and make a full round of attacks on Frike.
Attacks specifically, though.
Well, let me give you the reins here. your target for this surprise round of sorts is Frike. You are filled with the motive, the incentive to take her down. What would you like to do?
Take her down, or specifically the rot?
To take her down. Quick question as well. Am I right in thinking that your echo was also manifested?
Oh no.
Because I believe it was, and you hadn't done anything with it yet.
True, but I can only do so many things.
Well, I'm just asking just for a little bit of extra flavor. Your echo doesn't look like it normally does.
Well, what does my echo look like?
Oh. It looks like Phobos. An individual who I don't believe you've seen before, but they look a lot like Frike, but more masculine presenting, like a sibling perhaps.
So, is it visible to her?
Yes.
They would both be in front of Frike.
There's that moment of tension, eyes moving between the two of them, kind of bracing herself. And I think she'll just release a shaky breath and just kind of loud enough so that everyone can hear. This isn't a game anymore. Don't hide. Don't use my friends to attack me. Show yourself, you fucking coward.
Aegis?
Let me roll my attack. Is it 20? Wait. Does a 25 hit?
Yeah.
Are you allowing reactions here?
Please?
If you have a reaction.
I would like to silvery barbs.
Okay. And you giving advantage to?
Frike. So the silvery barb sort of manifests like as the swing goes out, like you see a cog sort of wrap around the blade that Aegis is using.
Aegis wasn't using a blade. Aegis reaches out with his hand. With his magic.
Oh. I'm very glad that I silvery barbs now.
Yeah, I rolled higher.
What is it?
The second roll was a 28.
It is.
As the cog wraps around, tries to grab around Aegis's hand, it shatters.
See, if I'd have known that, I would have used counterspell, but I've used silvery barbs now, so.
I mean, it's up to Patch. Because y'all would have seen it as a spell.
Interesting dilemma.
We'll stick with silvery barbs, because I feel like Mr. Timey in that moment, that's what he would have done, thinking it'd be enough.
Okay, that's fair. Connell, you have your hand up?
Is it a spell attack or a spell save attack?
It's a spell attack.
Okay. Is Connell allowed a reaction?
What reaction do you have?
So this spell that's getting launched towards Frike, Connell's going to quickly generate one of his runes as a spectral shield appears in front of Frike. You can use your reaction to force the attacker to re-roll the d20 and use the new roll.
Okay.
Just giving Aelin a chance to get a nat 20.
Yeah.
Oh. Does an 11 hit?
No.
Thank God. Oh.
So Connell quickly just goes, and whatever spell, it just ricochets off. And Connell's just staring down the Favos echo. Ah, you slick son of a bitch. Back for an all round from me kicking your ass after finding out what you've done to me?
The echo smiles. And it's an unnaturally wide smile. It's like the smile opens up at the cheeks and comes right up the sides of his face, and the jaw distends a little bit.
How many more attacks has he just got?
Because it was a spell. Question: would the charm person force Aegis to action surge?
Roll me d6. On a 1 through 3, yes. On a 4 through 6, no.
3.
Alright. You have your answer.
Oh no.
Can I use a reaction?
What reaction do you have? Yeah.
Cosmic Omen. So I
Ooh,
got
that
an
sounds
odd
fancy.
roll for that.
Mm-hmm.
So basically I just need to roll a d6 and that subtracts the number on any attack roll, saving throw or ability check when I see a creature. I'm assuming this is going to be the same sort of... I mean, they're attacking, so...
I mean, yeah, that sounds
allow
like that will be applicable to whatever he just does. So yeah, absolutely. Good call.
5. So whatever you roll on your next attack, -5.
That's huge.
Okay. So that will affect my mod to be just a +4. A 9.
9 plus 4?
No, a 9
Or
total.
9 total.
9
Okay.
total.
Doesn't hit.
So what does this cosmic omen reaction look like? How does Elisich intercept this attack?
So a little bit like Spider-Man in a way. She's gonna have vines coming out of her wrist. But because they're considered as a woeful cosmic omen, they're gonna be, rather than like her usual like glowy greens and purples, this is gonna be like a blood red, and as the vines come out you can see like blood dripping from the thorns as they kind of like whip across to Aegis. Almost kind of like trying to distract in a way. But yeah, Spider-Man-esque.
Amazing. All right.
And while she's doing it, she's saying, "Don't you fucking dare." So.
Okay. I suppose everyone's used a reaction, but if anyone would like to take an action right now.
Are we
Otherwise,
still
what
in initiative from last week?
we are not. We are kind of in a free flow in between stage right now, coming out of initiative from last week, but potentially about to go back in, depending on what happens now.
I probably won't be allowed to use an action straight away because I've just done a reaction.
No,
so
no, you
I'll
can.
just-
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Polymorph on Aegis.
Is
Hell
that a
yeah.
wisdom save?
It is a wisdom Save 16.
What are you going to polymorph them into?
Oh my god.
The laugh's not good.
Well, I was hoping I might be able to have one of my bottles ready. A, a fly of some sort, or maybe like a bug. I just kind of go.
A bug would definitely work. What kind of
I
bug
can
do you
imagine
think?
maybe like a because I personally hate them, but I think that you just would look really fucking sick like this, because I can imagine it like a moth with skulls on it because it's Aegis, or a moth
Oh,
with
it's a
eyes on
moth
it.
with biblically accurate twink wings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
You saved it, didn't you? You beat the save, didn't you?
It was a 23.
Oh, you bastard.
Yeah, he just has +6.
Let me just check
Dare
something
you.
real quick.
I used Cosmic Omen again. Damn it. Oh well.
Atticus is going to use silvery barbs. And he's going to
Yay.
give advantage to Connell. So please re-roll that save.
Yay. 13. Am I a fluffy little
Yeah.
moth?
Fluffy little moth. I'm gonna go and
Yay.
get my jar and just be like, come here, you... Well, maybe not in that voice. Come here, you little bastard. And try and... Do you need me to roll to try and scoop the moth?
I'm just looking to see if there is a moth stat block. There is. Okay. Interesting.
So I don't know if
I
y'all
saw a
have seen,
giant
like...
fly, I saw a giant fly one, but I couldn't find a moth
So
one, personally.
we're gonna call this a dexterity check, competitive. So each of you roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier. Aegis, you are a moth, so you get a +4 to this.
Sorry, I got a dirty 20, but
7.
yeah.
9.
Okay, describe how you capture this moth like a Pokemon.
I use Vine Whip. So I actually will. I've got, just imagine like some ethereal vines kind of going around and just kind of going swoop, with like grabs onto like maybe like a little wing, and then just kind of she gets the jar and just going. There we go.
I prefer
Yeah,
scroop.
pokes little holes in it. Scroop.
Yeah.
Scroop. Pours,
Scroop.
puts it in the jar, and then pokes little holes just because air and it's Aegis,
What happens to the echo?
Oh, good question.
It's a little moth as well. It's a mothball.
Hang on. Let me
I
look
posted
up
the rule
this.
in our chat here. You can do whatever you want with it though.
Oh, I can't see that while we're streaming. Hang on, let me get up on my phone.
Polymorph completely replaces your statistics with that of a new form. You lose your class features. Since you no longer have the manifest echo feature, you cannot use any of the ability it provides.
But maybe because it's a
Interesting.
story thing, you could wait for whatever way you want, but
No, it's an important clarification.
It says you can't use any of the abilities, so would it still be there is the question.
Aegis, this fog that has clouded over your mind is suddenly gone and replaced with a almost equally strange sensation as you are now a moth. The charm is gone. The echo remains.
Okay. He glows.
Is the echo now back to being Aegis?
No, it remains looking as it did previously.
Oh, it's like a Peter Pan situation where like their echo form, like Shadow, is a dick.
Kind
Fuck
of.
you,
Ooh.
Richard.
It just sort of cocks its head a little unnaturally far and stares Frike down, smiling ear to ear.
Unless it really is you. I think she's more just confused as to whether or not this is the work of her father or her brother. And she does say that out loud, unless this is really you.
I thought you'd realized by now. You only ever had one brother. And that wasn't me.
Just who the hells are you then?
Such a question. The smile drops. You don't know your bigger purpose here. But you will. He wasn't the only one who came back, after all. What you are to your father, I guess I am to him. Call me your predecessor. And his form begins to shift slightly. He goes taller. His muscles sleeker, more defined. Robes almost sprout from his form.
Oh no.
And a set of wings. Looks rather angelic, to coin a phrase.
I don't think it
how...
would be...
Let me just check something real quick.
It's me thinking above table, this is the god of death again. It's our buddy.
Little Moth Aegis thinking, a failure.
Well, speaking of
me bite
Real
him.
Moth, I was about to ask about Constitution, because you're trapped in that confined space. I know that you said you put holes in the top.
Yeah.
But moths have a
kill my friend.
moths have a constitution of -4 and 1 hit point. So
Can I while they're having a gab, I'm gonna risk it. I'm also trying to lighten the mood a little bit. Just kind of whisper down to Aegis, be like, you better not get any funny ideas and you better be fucking normal again. Release those and I choose you, Aegis! Because I want everyone to laugh because it seems very, very young, very anxious at this moment. So
this is why we love you, Mai.
So, yeah.
We'll say that as you do and you release quickly, the moth clatters on the side, taking 1 point of damage, and immediately, poof, he just bursts forth from the bottle. Aegis, your senses
Sorry.
regained.
Sorry, friend, I had to do it.
No, thank you. I'm so sorry, Frike.
It wasn't you.
Aegis, you look at your echo, and it is not your echo at this moment in time. But it does look remarkably like those illustrations you read about a long time ago, the ones you last thought about in connection with Frike. Something depicting an entity known as the Angel of Death. And it still looks very similar to Frike.
My question becomes, why are you here? Why now?
If I'm to be replaced, I'd at least like to get to see my replacement. Common courtesy and all that.
You wanted to meet me?
Yes.
And you had to try and take over one of my friends to do that.
Because I want you to stop masking up. You have all that rage underneath. All that emotion pent up. You're chewing away at yourself rather than just embracing what is. It will not stand for my replacement to be inadequate. So yes, I'm provoking you.
If you're going to provoke me, have the courage to do it in your own fucking body.
That's the problem. I didn't come back with a body. Because there can only be one of us at a time. And that's where you come in.
So, you would... Are you trying to help me or to replace me and take my body?
I served under him for millennia. I welcome the opportunity to be replaced. To be a steward of death and denied its relief for thousands and thousands of years. There is no greater torture. But I will not see my legacy cemented by weakness. Maybe I am here to help you, or maybe I'm just here to watch. I don't know. I just want to die.
Do you have a name, or was it erased along with history like your previous superior?
There's no previous about it. But no, I do not. When one is a steward of death, at the right hand of death, one has no need for a label. You just carry out orders. There is no alternative. There is no living. There is your duty and nothing else. It is what we are made for.
You didn't want it. I don't want it. I never asked for it. It may be my birthright, but I do not claim it. I reject it. I reject you. And I reject everything he's planning. We will stop him. And wherever you go next, you can take that straight to him, for all I care. Get out. I'm done talking to you.
Then, just one question. Why don't I believe you? And why do I feel that you don't believe you?
Can she fire an Eldritch Blast at the Echo?
By all means. Well, you can. I believe you can fire more than one.
It was almost a nat 20. It's true, I can fire 3.
Yeah, you might as well fire 3.
So... First one is a 13. It was almost a nat 20. That's a nat 1. Okay, I'm assuming none of them hit because I got 13, 6, and 11.
You have advantage from...
It's true, I can get advantage on one of them.
Well remembered.
It's a 22.
22 will hit.
And as she's firing these blasts, just with every iteration, every burst of like incredibly dark violet magic, she just screams, "I said get out!"
Go ahead and roll
And
damage.
that's 5 points of damage.
Okay. Make me an intimidation check.
No modifier. Let's go. Okay. It's a 7.
A 7.
Please hate me.
Sort of dusts off the shoulder where the Eldritch Blast impacted through the form, and the form recombines itself. I guess you just answered my question.
Question, is this a magical effect? The echo? Is it classed as magic?
Go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
I have another question. Can I punch an echo?
I believe you have leveled up in Monk enough to have magic fists, so yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
then
if your
I'd like
fists
to-
count as magical weapons, then the way I always like to say it, you can punch ghosts.
I don't know if my fists count as magical weapons. I'm level 10 monk.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
yeah,
you can.
Yeah, I think 10 is when you get
Okay.
it.
I think so.
Then 4 fist attacks.
Ooh.
The
I got
2 unarmed
16.
strikes and then a flurry of blows.
Okay. And Mr. Timmy, your roll?
16.
16, that's pretty good. High level magic. Astral projection.
I'll let Frike do her thing, and then I'd like to do something as well then.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Okay. I got a dirty 20, a 15, a 14, and a 25.
That's 2 hits, 2 misses.
Okay. Better than nothing. For a total of 4 damage.
4 points damage. You feel your fists make contact, and it feels... It's strange, it's like hitting a cushion of air, is what it feels like. And the form sort of dissipates a little bit on the impact and then just closes back up. And as you've gotten up close to it, just puts a hand on your shoulder. I was like you once. I think. I don't really remember. Doesn't really matter anymore. You'll get there. Or you won't.
Can I do one more thing?
What do you want to do? Because that was your action and your bonus action, and we have a thing from Mr. Timey
It's
queued up.
an action.
Okay, we'll
It's
do.
fine.
Mr. Timey.
I'm going to quickly roll to see if he would do it in this moment,
Mm-hmm.
just because I don't want to take away agency. He'll wait a moment longer.
Okay.
I'm going to roll to see if Connell's going to do something as well, because again, I don't want to take away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so while this guy is continuously talking to Frike and noticing that hands and just seem to like deteriorate its form, Connell's just going to constantly like where his head is, so his head kind of like phases in and out, so he just can't speak anymore. Just he's like interrupting the transmission, be like, "She said she's done talking to you, buddy. Get out of here." Not giving the guy a chance to reconnect and speak. And if he moves, Connell's just going to follow.
That would
Yeah,
give you a moment, Frike.
Okay.
Take
It's just, it's a long shot, really, but it's really only to grapple too. I can't like. Fuck. I guess I could hex like. Out of pure spite, can I hex him?
I don't see why not. Yeah,
There's
Cast
no
hex.
roll either. I think it just happens.
it does. Is that a D4?
It's an extra d6 of necrotic damage to the target when I hit it with an attack.
Oh yes. Is that one?
And I have to choose an ability so that they have disadvantage on ability checks. And making an educated or keeper guess, dexterity.
Dexterity. Okay, it's disadvantage on dexterity. Gotcha.
If he sticks around, which...
Can I roll for performance check to see how distracted he gets?
Sure, I'll allow it.
Hell yeah.
Aegis?
12.
12. Natural 19. Pays you no mind.
I'm still doing it.
Aegis?
From the moment he touches Frike, I need him to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, perfectly timed. Dexterity save. That is a natural one.
Eee. Am I to tell you what happened? The last guest at the party refuses to leave.
That's 21 points of radiant damage from a sacred flame.
Alrighty.
Yes.
It
Do
burns
not
away.
touch Miss Frank.
Burns away at this form, and you see it reach back in pain. Connell, your fingers get singed as the sacred flame comes in. It's like hopping a big potato between your hands. Didn't like that one bit.
Is it still there?
Still there.
Mr. Timey at this point is going to cast a spell magic at 6th level.
6th level. Oof. Okay. So, oh, I think, is this the first time we've had Dispel Magic at my table?
Surely not.
Let me just double check the wording, because I want it to be right, because this is cool.
I think you're still probably going to need to roll for it.
I imagine so, but he was told it was a high level spell, so he's using his highest level slot to cast it.
So, what is your spellcasting modifier? +4. Okay. This is a 9th level spell. So you're going to need a 15 or higher to hit this.
Oh,
If you have any way of gaining
I have
advantage, you have inspiration, so you can opt to use that and roll at advantage.
yeah.
Okay, 15 or higher, that's all you need.
Okay.
Has Phobos the Echo douche, have they attacked at all? Are they just kind of astral planing and just chilling?
They have not attacked. They've just
They're the last guest
goaded.
at the party who won't get.
We're
the
attacking a
over.
dickhead unprovoked. I love that.
He's provoking us, like in a major way.
The first
That's
roll was
right.
a 3.
First roll was a
The
3.
second roll was a 15.
A 15. Exactly what you needed.
Yeah.
What does this Dispel Magic look like? This clutch Dispel Magic?
Mr. Timey, obviously in his current disguise, is going to go over to the Echo, and he's just going to say, "Oi, root boy, fuck off!" And he's just going to touch and just a cog is going to just like you know how
Oh my god, yes.
forces work in like Star Trek and stuff, and it just sort of like it's just gonna spin up and then disappear.
The effect is dispelled. Well played, my dude. Successful Dispel Magic on a 9th level spell. That's a good accolade.
She's like panting, kind of her fists are still clenched, and she just scowls at the spot where he disappeared, and she just spits on the ground. She's like breathing hard in a way that suggests that the adrenaline is still just raging through her.
You hear a voice from off to the side. Ever want to tell me what that was about?
He didn't
Connell's
want to
gonna-
leave, so we kicked him out.
Well, I got that much, but context.
Connell's gonna like walk over to Frag and like hold up his hands for her to kind of just like punch, almost like boxer sparring, just for her to get like that adrenaline out.
Yeah, she'll take you up on that. Just wails her fists into his hands for a while. And just until she's just panting, breathing hard, and then eventually when she runs out of steam, she just drops to her like ground and screams.
Connell like grabs her by the waist. No, you're not.
It's probably hurting Connell's ears because she's just like her fists just land against his back, but they've got a less strength, less and less, until she just wears herself out, and then she's just wailing.
You see Atticus reach into a side pouch and pull out some dust in his hand and runs up. This'll work. And blows it in your face.
Pocket sand.
I need you to make a... Well, you can elect to fail. I think it's charisma? Charisma saving throw. DC 18.
6.
Okay. You are under the effects of calm emotions. You feel this wash of calm come over you all of a sudden.
It's like being on anti-anxiety medication. So
Your
the body
pupils
is
dilate.
numb, but the mind is trapped in a mental prison, so she'll go limp on Connell's shoulder.
Mr. Timey, are you able to trace where that spell's connection was coming from?
Mr. Timey's gonna look at Connell and say, "Do I look like a fucking sat-nav, bruv?"
What's a satnav? We're in Fantasyland right here.
Oh, I love Mr. Timey so much.
Would he? Just out of curiosity.
You know what? Go ahead and make me an Arcana roll. Since you were successful in dispelling it, I will give you this opportunity.
That's 4.
That's a 4. Do you look like a fucking sat-nav?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Alright. So if we don't know how to track that spell and he turns to Aegis, what the hell is all that about? You can grow wings too?
Always could.
And are you able to feel anything towards Frike's father or her supposed brother who's dead but not dead?
Can I reverse that signal?
Caller ID.
I think after the experience you've just had, I don't think you need to.
Okay.
You think about this for a moment. You think about where you are. You think about everything the last 6 months has brought to your life. You came here seeking answers about the rot. You know just a few miles north, there is now what is likely a cliffside leading off into the ocean where once there was an entire northern quadrant of this continent. That feeling, that pull that you got before when you first got to the outpost pulled you in that direction. You put end to the rot just a little bit north from here, all things considered. If it was anywhere here, must be there.
The same place we had our final showdown with Demetrin.
Connell puts a hand on Aegis' shoulder. Do you think you're okay to go back there?
Regardless, it must be done. I will be fine.
All right. Turns to Illicich. And you're okay?
Ashes rain. It's not like I'm dealing with amateurs here, clearly.
Yeah. Let's just say it's not the first time one of Frike's family members has possessed somebody to talk to us for her to get in this state, so...
Sounds like someone doesn't know about their boundaries, eh?
Indeed, they could have at least asked first.
Rude.
I suppose as well, if you hadn't already realized, Connell, the last time you thought you saw Atticus, it was this Phobos in disguise, and that's how you ended up going to the Shadowfell in the first place. I don't know if you would have already realized that, or now would be the time where it clicks in your mind, now that you're here with him and having seen this form of Phobos.
Sorry, I thought Atticus was Phobos?
When Phobos came to you before you were taken to the Shadowfell,
Yeah.
he appeared to you as Atticus to draw you away, and then revealed himself.
Shit, that's been a hot minute, but I think you're right, yeah.
Right. Are you going
Connell
to
turned
go
right.
on?
Connell turned around so you can talk to Frike.
Will it be okay to go on?
Who are you saying that to?
Right. You. You going to
Bob
go on?
Marley's currently playing in her head.
Yeah.
This is the story of a girl named Lucky.
Yeah, I can't not make this comparison either, so she just slurs her words.
Going to Druidcraft
Phobos.
a night orchid for her. Just put it into her hands. Like, that's alright, you'll find your words. Take your time.
It almost looks like she can't really grip it, and then I think it gets like wedged between two fingers, and she just tightens her hand a little bit in response.
Well, what's the plan now, lads? And ladette?
I think before we start storming any castles or strongholds, Connell turns to Atticus. Since we're in the since we're here and things happen quite often, I just gotta ask. You are who you say you are, right?
Last I checked. Yeah.
I'm just saying, you show up after all this time in the right place where we need to find you, and our trust in others at the moment needs to be absolute. We can't take any second chances.
Well, I did teach you well, so I can't be mad at you for being suspicious. But here, he reaches into a bag and pulls out a tiny little wood carving. You made that first day I started training you. You remember? You said this was going to be you someday. Big Stalagman, you were saying that was going to be your hero name, and I was like, needs work, something else. Hands it to you.
Kind of like pushes it back and like closes his hand on it. Okay, that's proof enough for me. By any chance, in your travels, have you ever come across a skycarver captain called Madeline?
Crowley.
Madeline. I was gonna say Froley.
Madeline Crowley.
Fräulein.
Let's make a history check. Natural 20. Hot damn. Okay.
When it matters.
The dice, the dice tell the story. I've been saying it for nearly 4 years. Well, it's hard to forget a face like that. It's even harder to forget an ass like that.
Connell, like, whatever way he can, tries to cover Frank's ear. Okay, I know you're capable of much... I know you're capable of tracking people down. If you're able to find out where she is and where her skycarver is, that would be greatly appreciated.
Oh. Shit. This is... I think in this moment he realizes the stakes and the situation everyone finds themselves in. Oh, okay. You're... Shit.
And Connell kind of like turns to Aegis as if to bring them in the conversation. And I suppose, would you happen, like, asking Aegis, would you happen to know where, like, the other two survivors from the Demethrin battle are?
Astra's probably with Baba Yaga, and I believe Ginkgo would be where her mother's tree is. Neither of which are on this plane. But we could attempt to find them.
Just a point of clarification there. Ginkgo's mother's tree is on Demethrin.
Wait, it's on Demethrin?
Ginkgo is native to Demethrin.
Okay, I did not realize that. For some reason, I was like, this is like an extraplanar being.
Oh, no. Born and raised Demethrin.
Ginkgo should be somewhere here, hopefully.
Well, shit, that's convenient. Would you like to go find your friend? In a more serious tone.
If the rot is back, I think she would very much like to have vengeance upon it as well.
Is this someone y'all can make contact with? Like, long distance? I don't know how that works. People have done it to me and it's weird. Feels intrusive. But, you know.
Well, at the moment, because of all this convergence stuff, sending stones and other long forms of travel or communication aren't working at the moment.
Oh. So gotta take the scenic route then.
Well, I mean, you've got the branches of Palor.
I suppose I'm not gonna get over the queasiness if I don't do it more. Okay, so just so I'm fully grasping the situation, you're going off to fight whatever the fuck is up with all of this.
I mean, saving the world, sure. That's on the to-do list. Figuring out what's going on with all this, sure, that's also on the list. But all that fails in comparison to what that fucker is doing to my friend. The amount of torment he's been putting her through for the past, what feels like 2 years, it's not happening anymore. And whether it's my giant boot, his weird clock shit, those vines, that halo, or her own fist, we're putting a stop to this. I've had enough. She's had enough.
You can see his head sinks. He looks down. But a smile creeps up his face. A thankful smile. Colin McGinnisy. I don't think I've got anything more to teach you. Because it sounds like you're going to do this for the right reasons. World be damned.
The world's already ended. I just want to make sure my friends can be happy while it ends. And be it my final breath, I'll make sure that they're all safe in the end.
He gives you a hug.
Lifting Frike up higher, so like...
He gives you a big squeeze, big power hug. And in one breath you hear him go, "Hugs are nice."
Hugs are so nice.
He pulls back. He brushes his knuckles against your chin. You know, your old dad had been proud of you.
You knew my dad?
Aye.
This is the first time you're telling me this?
I was waiting for the right moment.
I'm going... Yeah, the right moment being a suicide mission?
I want you to have the knowledge before you go on suicide mission.
Well, if I somehow manage to make it back from this, I would like to hear more about my dad.
And if you don't, I suppose you could ask him yourself.
Bet.
I don't know what this kid's lingo is. What bet, whatever. Yeah. Good talk. Alright, so... I think I get what you're laying down here. Because it's clear from watching everything that just happened there, I'm very capable. You guys are something special. I don't want to slow you down, but I want to be useful. So I'll go. I'll find your pirate captain. I'll find whoever it is out there that knows and wants to help the Wyld Ones. I can look into your friend Goku?
Ginkgo.
Oh,
Like
there's
Ginkgo.
that one guy from I fought at the tournament called Broku.
Oh, I heard about him. Yeah, you kicked his ass, didn't you?
Oh, and there's like a little fairy that was very shrill. But yeah, I'm sure you can find her too. And I suppose if you want to find a little cat, well, whatever.
It's from the tournament, right? There was... Yeah, I remember. There was a little cat with a big axe. There was a blue guy with fists. And a little tinkerer gnome of some sorts.
Oh, they have some strange sort of skyship.
Yeah, this all rings very familiar to you, Aegis.
They helped before.
And they did have a skyship of sorts.
Mr. Timey is going to interject and just say, and don't forget the obvious ones, like, your friends in it. Like Rhódania and like Wes.
Connell looks at this camera like Dora the Explorer. Do you know where Rhódania is?
I thought you were going to do a Jim from The Office look at the camera there. I haven't heard of them, but yeah, I'll make a note. Rhódania, was it?
Rhódania, Wes, Reese, and Bob.
Bob, very peculiar name. Gotta be easy to track someone with that name down. Never heard of it before. Strange name.
Perhaps we might also bring Brem back.
How many days have we got on that?
What did you say,
Since
sorry?
we left.
It's
How
only
many
been
days do we have left?
it's only been like 2 days tops.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's been like a day, I think, since I arrived, because we were only at the other camp overnight. We weren't there for a few nights, so technically it's only been 1 day since I've arrived.
It's like a day and a half.
Yeah.
So he's still within the 10 days.
Cue Majora's Mask.
Dee-dee, dee-dee. Alright, well, that's a list I can get started on. Zundenar would be a good place to start.
That's where Thrasham is, and it's where our fallen ally Brim would be.
Oh, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. So does he...
How do we know the other side will be safe from when we left?
We don't.
Because last I saw, there was a whole bunch of fuckers coming, trying to get in.
That's the gamble, isn't it? Maybe that's my suicide mission. But you're doing your part. I gotta do mine. I'll bring your Brim boy. I'll bring anyone I
If
can
you're
find.
able to, and if you're able to bring us like some healing potions or whatever, just so like the pressure.
Gravy rings.
If you could swipe us a wee chippy from the chip shop in Zunanark, that'd be great.
The last time I went there, they said they were all out of oil, so they couldn't cook any. It was really strange. Yeah.
Mr. Time is going to go over to him, and he's going to use his sorcery points to give him the ward, because it lasts until Mr. Timey places it again or takes a long rest. So he's just going to give him the ward in an attempt to kind of help out in this moment, knowing that he's potentially also about to undertake a dangerous, yeah.
All right. And
there's also
that temporary hit points?
No, so basically, he gets 5d8s that he can use to reduce damage that he's taken.
Damn, okay. We get 5d8s out just in case.
It doesn't say it uses a reaction or anything either. You just reduce the damage by that amount. And you don't have to use them all at once either, so...
I remember from before. It's just been a hot minute. Okay, 5d8s. I'm going to keep them to one side. I strangely feel more ready.
Oh, and don't forget, there's also another robot like him in a town called Rosie for short.
What's it
RFS.
short for?
That's their name, Rosie for short. RFS.
Oh. Okay. I'll keep my eyes out for a robot.
There's a good chance if you find her, you could find a lead to Wes.
Okay. He draws a line between those two names. Okay. This is going to be quite something, because I can't imagine this is going to take long to all happen. So speed is of the essence. Okay. I suppose there's no better time than now. I was going to show you this when you were older.
I mean, you already told me about my dead dad. What else are you holding on?
Oh. What happened there?
Discord's having a moment.
No idea. Everyone froze for me.
Yeah.
Converged.
Discord was not ready for that slapback comment.
Wait, let me guess. I am your father.
No. Won't be that cliche.
I knew it.
He smiles, turns around, looks back at Connell. I suppose I did miss your birthday, so I don't mind. And his form changes as pearlescent wings sprout from his back as he drops his disguise, reveals himself to be an ASMR.
What the fuck?
Well, it's faster than walking.
Atticus the ASMR.
You're an
Wait, you
angel?
can do that too?
Yeah, but I don't have the biblically accurate twink eyes.
Mr. Timing in this moment is just thinking, I'm taking the D8s back, Atticus.
Too late! And he... See, with...
Connell does the fucking Squidward meme where he's just like, you've got wings, he's got wings, we all have got wings. Is there anyone else who has wings we should know about here? Fronia turns on a bird.
Who's Rhódania?
Well, I was an
there
eagle
we-
last week, wasn't I?
Yeah. And Atticus takes off into the skies to undertake your message.
Okay, so the guy who trained me to be a rune knight is essentially an angel. That's cool. Do you know where your friend's house is?
Would I know where Ginkgo's house was since...
I don't think you would have been there,
Basically a big tree, wasn't it?
but you would have definitely been told about it. So go ahead and give me a history check. I'll say DC 14.
We want the good numbers again.
Guidance.
I'll take it. Just because I have no mod. Hey. 4 plus 18.
18, very good.
22?
Yeah, I think in the brief time that the three of you travelled before parting ways, after the events of Demethren, after you ventured to Kamora's family home to deliver the news, I think on your travels from there onwards, before separating, before Astra returned, before you returned to Rhódania, I think there would have been one night when you were travelling together and one of you would have asked Ginkgo about their home. And they would have told you about their mother, a giant ginkgo tree. This magical, almost great Deku tree-like entity in a forest somewhere in Demethren. I think when they describe the area to you and you think about it, it's probably somewhere on the border of where the continent split. Which
You just
side
would
of
try
the
and
border?
point it out on
Which
the
side
map.
of the border? You wouldn't be too sure.
I think it would be along this area.
You're just pointing over the map like
Yeah, it would be
a very broad stroke.
from your current location. It would be to the west, sort of like northwest, because you still got a little bit ways to go northward before you reach the edge, so to speak.
I mean, it's such a big tree, I doubt we could really miss it.
But on that thought, you haven't seen any trees in Demethren so far. Everything's wilted away because of the rot.
Well, let's hope we don't miss that tree.
So, as you contemplate the next steps, we're going to head and take our bio break. So, do stick around, as we've just got another half an episode to go. Until then, we'll see you shortly. Oh, hi, QJs. Sorry to interrupt your broadcast. It's me. I've been here the whole time. Oh, wait, no, that's Sam Reich, not me. Just a quick little thing just to say, if you haven't done so already, can I do this yet? Squeeze my finger down here, this little follow and subscribe. Give that a little shot. Because we here at QuestJunkies need your support. And, as a special little extra thing, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you get one free Prime subscription every single month that you can give to one of your favorite creators. And we here at QuestJunkies would be thrilled if you would consider lending us your Prime subscription, or just a normal subscription if you fancy that. You will get access to lots of fancy emotes and things like that, and you will be helping QuestJunkies with their content creation, supporting us in our future creative endeavors, which basically accounts to bringing you more memes, you know, that kind that you love, in the form of comedic yet sometimes arousing storytelling. Yeah, that sounds about right. So yes, if you haven't done so already, please do consider giving us a follow and a subscribe. And yes, I will stop interrupting your fantastic QuestJunkies content. What's on at the minute? Oh, this is a good one. It's an oldie but a goodie. Yeah, enjoy. Oh, Bad and the Beautiful, even better. Yeah, go check that out. It's really, really cool. So yeah, till next time, friends.
Tired of eating bland, tasteless food on your epic quests? Looking for something more exciting to fuel your adventures? Look no further than Subway.
Our sandwiches are made with only the freshest ingredients, sourced from all across the continent. Whether you're a warrior, wizard, or rogue, we have a sub that will suit your tastes. Will you go for the barbarian's bold beef, the elven herb roasted turkey, or the dwarven double smoked bacon? Choose from our wide variety of meats, cheeses, and vegetables, all served on freshly baked bread.
But that's not all. At Subway, you can also customize your sub with magical sauces and enchanted toppings. Will you add a dash of Dragonfire hot sauce or a sprinkle of pixie dust parmesan? The possibilities are endless.
Our sandwiches come in 3 sizes: adventurer, hero, and legend.
Need something to quench your thirst after battling trolls and dragons? We also offer our signature drinks, like the Action Surge Grapefruit Ale or the Eldritch Baja Blast Dark Stout.
And for a sweet treat, try our famous 100% original recipe Feywild cookies. But don't take our word for it. Listen to what some of our satisfied customers have to say.
I never thought I'd find a sandwich that could match the thrill of slaying a dragon. Subway did it!
Oh, I used to hate going on quests because of the terrible food, but now I look forward to it. Thanks, Subway.
I never knew that I needed enchanted toppings on my sandwich till I tried Subway. Now my taste buds are having a wild flavor surge.
The dragon hot fire sauce is not for the faint of heart, but it sure comes in handy when you're fighting frost giants.
So why settle for boring, mundane food when you can indulge in the flavors of Subway? Fresh bites for your epic fights. Subway, eat fresh.
I don't know, but people ever asked you, like, when you meet your clone, like, would you fuck them or would you fight them?
If you'd like to use a tool to help you, say, separate the rib cage to pull out a heart, that's a different story.
Yes. All right.
Why did I say that so candidly?
The top card is... Ooh. I will just hold it up to the screen for you to see. Oh god, the filter works.
Is that Medusa?
It is a Medusa. Pirate
Okay,
Medusa. First question, the Grand Illuminator. How's he looking after that?
He's fine. Oh.
He didn't take it well.
I know you won't stop us. We're the Wyld Ones. I have a magic drink. I'm gonna drink. Do, 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 do. Stars and stuff. Hey, I'm gonna pray to the moon for help. Hello, moon. Give us some help.
We've got some vegetable oil in the back, but we try not to use it because it's shit.
Oh, the shitter the better. I'll have that.
Look, I drew a picture. Do you like it?
Too much.
Oh no, wait! I forgot to put the arms on. There we go. You have arms now.
Should we get the fuck out of here and just leave them to suck each other off? Did you used to couple?
No, God, no.
The thing with the brother was down the street, not this one.
It wasn't here.
So I thought that it was two completely different things.
I'll say that laughing a little deliriously, Lena will start to go down.
Down the street. Down the street where? I need to question you as a DM. Where down the street?
We would use it. We would use it when we had like religious rites, like funerals. Shit hunt would be a very solemn vow that you would take. So, you know.
That would explain. Sometimes I dream and I hear it.
I don't set out like statues or dicks or something and just like make a circle on the ground and she just comes. But like
Dixon comes. Sorry.
There it is.
I got the duplicate. Chester didn't care, so I fucked around and found out.
With a duplicate? So you fucked Chester?
No.
Oh my god! Oh my...
No!
No, we strap a seagull on Charlie, and then Charlie is a flying dog.
What?
Come on, you wanted to eat a cat. I can strap a seagull on a robot dog. Why not?
So the next one shot to unlock, I believe, is a very good one, as Phoenix Uwaki, the man himself, will be... Oh god, the finger in the mouth. Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's so creepy, but at the same time, it's I don't know how to feel.
Oh,
it's no, that one. No. Oh, wait, hold on.
Do it in the ear.
What?
You've arrived home.
Ooh.
Do I
oh my god.
Oh.
Let me see what's happened.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Guys, if you weren't following the channel or subscribed already, this right here is reason enough to consider it.
Mate, she's hungover as fuck. You've just launched yourself on her and grabbed her paws and then stuck it in her face. Well, how else would she fucking react? I can afford a dildo, but not a sword, Frike, probably.
Golden, parchment, cheers.
Oh.
You
both take scissors.
Okay.
How ironic. Bridget's muted, but I can still hear her.
Yeah.
I want Tabrel to clap them ass cheeks.
Okay, naughty list.
Can she ritual cast Speak with Animals?
I'm already doing the same fucking thing, thanks to you.
Yes!
I'm gonna have to. Okay.
Yes,
yeah.
Give us the goose. Give us the goose.
All right.
Hashtag give us the goose.
The chalice from the palace, she points towards chalice, has to prove that is true, okay? Just in case I'm occupied, I'll explain later. Just to remember that. Okay. Cool. Sure. René looks very confused.
Celosia Goose has a knife and is kind of rocketing around the room with like the zoomies.
What have we got there? A knife! Hug! Like things where you can buy the merch and stuff, and where you can support our wonderful players, who we'll get to in a little second. And yes, Sarah's already got the thumbs up bubble. I'm sure we're going to see that a lot tonight, since we just discovered it about 2 minutes ago. Oh, wow! Oh, shit. Oh, no. Pi just found wild magic. Happy 1000!
She'll lean in and make out with herself. Just for like a couple seconds to see.
Sounds like a Tuesday to me.
To be fair, I never said come join us. We wish to see your man body. I said nothing of the sort.
Your man body. Along with that long flickering tongue as it slowly, centrally crosses his eyeball. A really deep, dark, intrusive thought passes through your brain. And all it says is, what that tongue do? Get them all!
Wow. Way to play up the 90s cartoon villain, Dion. Damn. Pulse.
No, please, do continue.
Pulse, meow.
I even stopped the music so that, you know, we could fully immerse ourselves in this ASMR goodness coming from,
oh my
from
god.
Sarah.
Balls. But if that isn't enough,
we'll offer our bodies.
Damn it.
If he needs taking in line, we can help you there.
Speaking of fucking your brother, I'll be back.
Excuse me?
Let's go.
Stradalicious, where it's supposed to be a scary campaign, but all my players are thirsty as fuck. Welcome.
And welcome back, dear friends, to Quest Junkies, the Rhódania Chronicles, the adventures of the Wyld Ones, as we find ourselves rapidly approaching the Baldur's Gate equivalent of Act 3, potentially, as we mentioned before this session, off stream. So we return to the wastes of Demethran, the Wyld Ones, parting ways with Atticus after formulating a plan of sorts to gain allies, gather anyone able and willing to the cause of putting an end to all this chaos after months of chaos. And contemplating the next steps with the potential of seeking someone out locally. Over to you, my friends.
I guess, not really knowing where they're going, I guess Connell's going to do a survival check to see if he can kind of figure out the lay of the land, and I guess just pure intuition of, like, where he could potentially go.
Okay, go ahead and give me a survival check.
That's a 7.
It's a 7. You know, even with a 7, what I will give you is that based on what you saw Aegis point out on the map, it looks to be an area right on the border of what was the top half of the continent. You are close to the border. So with a 7, you keep going north, you'll hit the border, you just follow the border until you find a big tree. Seems straightforward.
She'll just tap Connell on the shoulder and just say quietly, "You can put me down now." There's that moment of, kind of like, I guess, a deer trying to get steady on their legs again, but once she's upright, she just follows everyone else north.
Okay. So we begin heading northward. You all gather yourselves.
Before they, like, as they're walking after Connell put Freck on her feet, he's just going to say, just remember you're getting the first punch.
Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Timey, do you know any, like, road trip songs?
I'm gonna pop some tags.
I don't think you like understand what I am, cause like I'm not a sat nav, I'm not a jukebox, I'm not here for your entertainment, innit? I'm here to protect you, fam. You get me?
I'm just trying to get along with you. Why are you putting up these walls, these borders?
The temptation to cast Wall of Force right now is very high.
Well, my question is, how long does this disguise last?
Well, let's just say he didn't choose to be in this disguise. This is something that has happened overnight.
Oh.
And you also know that, like, his attitude is obviously very different as well as a result.
Hmm.
Yeah, Connell's just kind of sulky because he just wants to make friends with Mr. Timey, but, like, he feels like he's failing every social encounter.
You get, like, kind of moody teenager impressions right now. That's kind of the vibe Mr. Timey's giving off.
There's just like an illusionary thing appears in your peripheral vision. It just says, Mr. Timey disapproves.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Okay.
Aegis, do you know any road trip songs?
Would basically any of the Demethrin 5 have shared any non-death related songs?
I would imagine Gakato would have had a song or two. Something about the ebb and tides, most likely.
Well, I learned this one. I don't exactly know all the lyrics because I don't remember what they all mean. But this one is one that is not about death.
Great. Yeah. I must freeze.
Emotional damage.
Aegis, give me a performance check. See how well you can remember this song that's not about death.
Can she assist, like, anything Aegis does? I think she'll just whistle to accompany him as, like, a melody.
I'll allow it.
Advantage.
Could I ask, is this a song that potentially, if it's not about death, is it about life? Is it a song that potentially Elisich might know?
Ooh. Elisich, make me a history check.
Okay, let me open my character sheet. Okay. Probably not. I only got a 4, so.
A 4. Okay. It's a new one to you. It's very pleasant melody, though.
You just got a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. And it is even more pleasant as you accurately recall and perform this simple yet cheerful melody about smooth sailing on the ebb and tides. And I think you potentially stumble over that chorus a little bit first time because you recall that that was Kakato's funeral rites. He just wanted you to say those words. So I guess this song maybe was about death in the end. Just from a different point of view.
You notice he actually has a very pretty voice, like kind of high and light and delicate.
Like an altar boy?
Way a bit like an altar boy, yeah. But, like, he's smiling, but he's also crying as he's singing.
Okay. Who wants to roll me a d20 to see how this leg of the journey goes? Bridget?
I'll give it a shot. Natural 1.
A natural 1. Folks, if you have natural 1 emotes, please spam them in the chat. We like to see natural 1s, don't we? Yes, we do.
The dice tell the story.
Yeah, exactly.
Frank just starts spiraling again.
I wouldn't put it past her.
So, this is something I've been thinking about for a little bit now, and this seems like a good opportunity to try this. The journey takes longer than it should. You rolled a natural 1, so I'd like to offer you the chance to tell us why it takes longer than it should.
I think she's kind of falling into an old pattern of behavior with that natural 1 being from before Aegis had the opportunity to tell her that it's okay to feel, to process emotions. So though that was a significant moment for her, I think in this moment, she's kind of just slipping into survival mode. Just fueled solely by completing a task. That, like, adrenaline that pushes you just enough to get the job done, but, you know, after it burns out, it will hit very hard. So she tries to keep up with her whistling, but eventually, she just goes quiet. And she stops focusing on the road ahead. Her eyes slip down to her feet to make sure she keeps putting one foot in front of the other. And it's almost like a soldier marching. She becomes very single-minded in her purpose. So she might not even be looking up to see if she's following anybody anymore. She's just walking.
Okay. After a few hours, delayed, wrong turn here or there, dead end here or there, the road is eerily quiet. You expect to see creatures of rot roaming about like he did on the horizon before, but there's an absence of it. There's an absence of anything here. And the temperature grows colder the further north you go. Eventually, you reach the border. A sheer cliff edge that stretches from horizon to horizon as far as you can see. And as you climb to the edge of it, you look down. You see the ocean ahead of you. And at the center mass, a roiling maelstrom, a whirlpool, miles apart, coiling, writhing, with a strange purplish glow beneath the waves. I'd say Frike and Connell, this would look familiar to you somewhat. This looks more native to the Shadowfell. Sort of like a gateway. Just below the surface of the water. But the weather is harsh down there. It is like a never-ending storm, not quite on the level of the one you witnessed in Morriganeth. Reminds you of it in some ways, though. And strangely enough, as incredible as this sight is, that's not what catches your eye. As you look out to the west, and you see a giant tree in the distance. And the reason why it catches your eye is because in the area surrounding it, potentially a square mile, 2 square miles around it, lush green plant life. And almost what looks like sunlight. After being here for as long as you have been, It's almost intoxicating looking at it. It's beautiful. It's like witnessing a sunrise for the first time, but there is no sun here.
Is it too far away to tell if it's manufactured or not? Like the sunlight and the lush greenery, like if it's real or not?
I would say yes.
If it's 2 miles.
Yes, for most people. But you are not most people. Give me a nature check with advantage.
Advantage. Didn't really make much of a difference. 9. I'm not. No.
With a 9. The DC was not high for this. So what I will give you... You don't understand how or why, but it does not look manufactured.
As reckless as this may be, Elisich is going to start making her way towards the direction of the sunlight and the tree and everything. It's the first sign of home she's seen in a very long time, at least since she's been here.
You see Elisich begin walking in that direction, almost like a moth to a
She's
flame.
not walking. She's running. She's sprinting.
Running. Okay, what are the rest of you doing?
Is doing the exact same thing, except for he kind of pulls his cloak up and is shielding his face.
Okay.
It's bright and he's still a drow.
Yeah. I'll quickly druid craft Aegis a big bonsai leaf just to kind
parasol.
of like. No, a bonsai leaf. Just come almost like a visor for their head. So
Hell yeah.
Kind
He
of.
has a hood on, but yeah.
So just
he will invite it.
Shade you a little bit.
One of those golf hats.
Yeah.
It's like a poker hat. You know where they were at poker tables.
Yeah, they're called visors. Yeah.
That's
Just give him one of those, and
Hell yeah.
yeah.
It's another
I
thing made
like to
canon
think-
in my fantasy world.
After the adventure,
And he-
Aegis picks up golf.
That's how they kept occupied. Just went and gambled with the squirrels. For flavor, if it's all right, I'd like to think that, much like with the going through the portal thing with the vines, I don't know why I keep thinking of like Doc Ock with this. It's kind of like you not real. I mean, yeah, I guess I could use Druid Craft for this as well, but kind of like they're pulling themselves with the vines, but also a little bit like Ursula and the Little Mermaid, I guess, just to try and like get momentum because they feel like they with their little legs they're not quite running fast enough. So I guess she's dashing as much as she can.
You know what?
So.
I don't know how that's possible mechanically, but I will find a way to homebrew it because that's sick.
Well, I mean, I know one way to do it right now. It would mean if you allow me.
I mean, I was just gonna let you do it because it's awesome.
Oh, okay. Cool. I won't show all my cards then.
You keep your cards. You save them for a special occasion.
Okay.
I'll let you do the cool thing because you're cool.
I'm not, but thanks. But
All right.
She does the run, viney shit.
And what about the rest of you?
Yeah, Connell's, I guess seeing everybody kind of like run off, Connell's gonna follow suit.
Same.
Okay. One by one, you take off running. Going at a full dash speed, I'll say it's going to be like a 30-minute sprint to keep it up. But you guys are high-level adventurers. I'm going to rule that that's fine. And eventually, for the first time in what feels like eternity, you feel the soft crunch of grass beneath your feet. The glare of the sun coming from everywhere and yet nowhere. The warmth on your skin. As you step into this tranquil place. As you get closer and closer to now what is an incredibly impressive ginkgo tree, standing tall. We're not talking Roshan's Rise level of big tree, but it is a sizable tree, standing tall and proud. You see, as you're running through, behind bushes, you see deers, antelopes, little bits of wildlife here and there that are peering out from behind bushes, seemingly finding sanctuary in this place. Elisich, this feels immaculate, being here. I think this is what you needed.
There's proper tears going down her face and just kind of soaking in all the sun and feeling the grass between her beans, just her tail's just doing that happy, twitchy cat thing, you know? I'm just really excited and happy to be here. And the lotuses on her crown just start blooming.
And you breathe in the sense of this area, and for the first time since you returned here to this plane, you feel her love throughout your being. It's like a hug from an old friend. And hugs are nice.
She just kind of exhales, sort of under her breath, saying, "I've missed you so much. Don't go away for so long." Can I mean, I don't think this place really needs it, but as an extra bit of assurance, at least for the next 24 hours anyway, Elisich is going to cast Druid Grove on the exact spot where she stands. So with this, I am going to invoke some Grove Guardians. So it can animate up to 4 trees in the area, cause them to uproot themselves from the ground. And these trees basically are awakened. I like to think for flavor it's just 4 Morgan treatments, because every place is happier with a Morgan treatment. But each of them have different flowers sprouted from their branches. So one of them is a sakura tree, one of them is a wisteria, one of them is a weeping willow, and the last one I would say is some sort of tree with loads of different like rainbow-colored moon lotuses on it. So it's almost like a new amalgamation that's occurred. And she's just going to ask them to protect everyone and everything in this area for as long as they can, which is 24 hours. Do you need me to send you the spell?
You can do, yes. What I was about to say was, well, two things. First of all, thank you to Granny Ethel for donating £5 towards our new sourcebook fund. Thank you so much. I think I know who that is. Thank you. Appreciate you, as always. Secondly, I've only said this a couple of times on Quest Junkies before, but that was a verbal nat 20 if I ever saw one. Amazing. Hell
I'm
yeah.
a woman of few words now, but I try. But yeah, so she kind of does the same sort of like guardian circle, and that just summons the 4 Morgan Treemans, each with their own flair. But yeah, I'll send you the... I don't know how I'm going to send you it, but I will go on Wikidot. Would that be best?
One of them... I can look it up after the session. But one of them leans down to you and offers a hand.
A branch.
A branch, if you will.
Yeah. She's just going to very gently grab it and just kind of put her head onto it.
And as you do, you hear this booming voice emanate from this old, proud tree. May the light of the first be forever blessed in your presence, my lady.
My sir, thank you for forever protecting me. I've missed you. Old friend.
Old, yes. Friend, absolutely. We just got a £50 donation. Oh my goodness. From the Dirge. Saying bite off someone's finger. Dare you. I'll save that for Sunday. I have a particular character in mind for that. Thank you. The massive tree-like figure turns and raises a hand to all of you and goes, "Hello there. I'm Morgan Treeman."
Sir Morgan Treeman, don't forget that.
Sir Morgan
Everything's gone
Treeman.
together.
Of course, my lady, of course. Forgive my forgetfulness. I am very old, as it were. And he gestures for you all to walk ahead towards the tree.
Take care of your brothers. Just gonna say that as she walks by Morgan Treeman. I'm assuming this is the very rainbow moon lotus.
Of course, yes.
Morgan Treeman she's speaking to. So yes, look after your brothers. You know how you have the main brain cells, or sap, I should probably say.
I will keep them in line.
Good.
And as you all begin walking through, you come up to this giant tree and you see beautiful, deep, reddish bark. This massive wide tree. that stretches high up hundreds of feet. The air is warm. Aegis, you actually notice that you don't feel any discomfort from the sun here. The light does not affect you like it normally would.
Like, it takes a moment and then just kind of uncloaks, opens his eyes. I hope this isn't temporary. The world looks very cool when it is lit.
As you say that,
And
a voice... Oh, please, go ahead.
he's gonna call out using thaumaturgy to project his voice for Ginkgo.
And as you do, a voice comes from the tree. A deep, imposing voice. Do you honestly think I would let any harm come upon you in this place, brother? And from the back of the tree, you see a head turn and present itself. Massive, shining golden scales of a humongous golden dragon. As it starts to crawl around the side of this massive tree, looks down at you all. Lifts up on its wings, does a circle of the tree. You feel the breeze pick up as it flies over top. And then as it lowers down towards you, it starts to shrink and shrink and shrink. And as it touches the ground, you see a female form. Big bushy curls, golden skin, an immeasurably warm smile. As they walk right up to Aegis. I have missed you, brother.
Magnificent as ever, my lady.
I am relieved that you are safe in these troubled times. Looks to the rest of you. I am Ginkgo. I am protector of this place and of my mother. If you are friends of Aegis, then you are friends of mine.
Well, I hope you don't mind, but I've brought a couple of, a few more friends to help. And just as she gestures over to the three Morgan Treemans,
she gives a curious look over there. Looks back to the tree. Mother approves. And a big smile on her face.
Thank goodness. This magnificent place. You're... Oh, so hats off to you.
I am but a caretaker for my mother.
Well, your mother's beautiful. You're beautiful.
Connell is heavily breathing. This is the first time he's seen a dragon just turn into a normal person, and he is like in awe. This is the coolest shit ever.
Mm-hmm. And she looks at Connell. Are you quite well? Do you need medical assistance? All right. Well, welcome. Aegis. Brother, how can I be of assistance?
Apologies, I think we need a moment just to adjust to so much life again.
Of
The
course,
rot
please.
has come back.
Yes.
It is beyond relief that you are safe.
It will take more than an old adversary to get anywhere near this place. My mother is protected not just by myself, but by the love of the First. She forever watches. She forever protects. And she will outlive any rot.
Excuse me, Miss Dragon, but who is the first? Who is first?
That was such just an audible gasp, just like
The first is what would be the easiest way to explain this? I've not had to explain it before. You'll have to excuse me. The first is the one responsible for the grass, the leaves, the trees, life given form in nature. That is the first. She has existed as long as this world has existed, and she will exist long after it is gone. But please, if you need shelter, you are welcome here. You're always welcome here. The rot cannot get you here. And she looks at Frike, and she stops talking as she notices the markings. I have not seen this corruption before.
Side note,
Yes.
Patch.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm out of my wild shape,
Mm-hmm.
is there any signs of rot on me as well, or? Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, it's a very valid question. Give me an investigation check.
22.
22. At first glance, no. If it wasn't for just one bald patch where the fur is shorn, you just see the edges of it beneath the fur. She approaches Frike. I have not seen corruption like this.
Is it different than it was before?
Sorry, could you say that again? That was very, very quiet.
Is it different than it was before?
It looks no different to you.
I think she also asks Ginkgo this out loud.
She looks back towards Aegis. I'm sure my brother Aegis has told you of our history, of what we did here. We were all corrupted by the rot towards the end, before we vanquished it and were healed. This looks different from what I remember. Do any others of you... Are you afflicted by the rot? Anyone else?
It appears that I am, after... Well, I was hoping that I'd be fine in my wild shape, but it appears that I've been afflicted too.
She turns...
Bringing this into your grove.
No. There is no apologies required. Let me take a look.
Question. Would Frike have seen the rot in Mr. Timing?
Good question.
So, if I remember correctly, Frike was the person who got Brim out of the thing after Mr. Timing went in. So she would have definitely seen it when he had it. I don't know if the party does know that I got rid of it though.
I don't think so.
Because I did that while disguised. Because I did it when we met Thrasham and he said. So I would have been disguised, so it probably wouldn't have shown in the disguise, and they have only seen me briefly since, as
correct
robot form.
Yeah. So, in the moment, I think she still believes that Mr. Timing is afflicted, and just says myself and gestures to Mr. Timing, our friend here as well.
You trying to say I got something, fam? I'm clean, bruv.
You got rid of it?
Nothing
How?
gets on me without permission, you know?
How?
Consent, yeah.
Magic, innit?
Magic, innit?
You know, you're like one-arm friend, innit? Like, he was telling mad stories about it. So I was like, using my listening skills, and I was like, oh, I can do that too, you know?
Like, Ginkgo's in the middle of looking at Elisich, but like turns ahead with an odd smile, like, I've never heard dialect like that. Is that Rhódanian?
Like your funny words, Magic Man.
So you say that you managed to get rid of yours. How did you manage to do it? I mean, can you help? Well, I'm sure I'm fine for now, but can you help Miss Frike? He seems to be more afflicted than me.
Would Mr. Timing know that Frike's is a different kind of... I mean, it's rot, but it's rot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, would he know that it's different, or...?
It doesn't appear different visually.
I think in this moment he would look at Frike and he'd say, I mean, if you want me to, like, try something on you, then, like, with your permission, I can do it.
Please.
gonna attempt to cast Greater Restoration.
Greater Restoration, okay. Interesting. So while that's happening, Ginkgo's looking at Elisich. Okay. Yours appears to be like what happened to us. So you don't need to worry. As long as you don't get exposed to more rot out there.
Trust me, I don't plan on it. Plan on getting as well. If we do approach it, I plan on being a bit more than just a beacon talons wingspan away, I suppose. My brain gets a bit cloudy in and out of wild shape sometimes, so I don't know. Depends what form I'm in, I suppose.
She crouches down to your level, puts a hand on your shoulder. I'm sure she will guide you down the right path.
She always does. So I managed to find this lot.
As we cut back over to Mr. Timey, what does Mr. Timey's Greater Restoration look like?
So in himself, when he casts it on himself, I imagine like almost kind of artificery where tons of like little almost drones just sort of eat away at the rot and try and do like a diagnostic. So he's essentially gonna, in the disguised form, you see some of these little machinations, that sort of go over onto Frike's person and just sort of start trying to cure whatever ailment is currently
Did you say
affecting him.
machinations like Macklemore?
Well, I just put in chat Macklemore Nations.
But yeah,
Right.
just sort of like
Love it.
Okay. Frike. Make me a fate roll.
$44.
44. As the magic begins to wash over you, time seems to slow down. And you almost instinctually hold your breath in anticipation of feeling this release. And something that's been holding you down all this time. And you shut your eyes. And you're waiting and you're waiting. And nothing happens. And you open your eyes. And you're somewhere else. A cold, desolate place. Stone floor. Distant thunderstorms in the distance. You see a spectral form of Mr. Timey. Not disguised, but Mr. Timey as they are, with its hand in your chest, attempting to pull the rot from your form. And you feel this tight pressure in your chest as it struggles and struggles. And you turn your head slightly. As you see the tall, imposing figure of the former god of death, with his hand wedged into the back of your chest. And it's almost like the two hands are trying to pull on the inside of your chest, pull you back and forth. You feel this struggle. You feel this hold on you. In this moment, it doesn't feel like Mr. Timey can pull this free. As this form lowers its head down to your ear. Don't withdraw so soon. We are so close to beginning again. So very close. Don't you want answers? Don't you want purpose? Don't you want to step out of your father's shadow and embrace the dark for what it truly is? Just let it happen. Do not let them intervene. With a roll of 44, I will give you 1 round here and now to try and influence what happens next. With any of your abilities, your skills, whatever you have in mind in this moment. But just so we're clear, this god of death does not feel like he is struggling. This spectral form of Mr. Timey that represents Mr. Timey is struggling. What would you like to do?
Okay. Let's ask the monk who has nothing but brute strength to rely on.
So let me add in for flavor, as I did last session. You may have more control in this space than you realize. And think about the words he has chosen to tell you. And you tell me what you would like to do. You don't have to solely make it as a, oh, I have this ability, I'm going to do this. You tell me what you would want to do, and I'll tell you how you can try and do it.
Okay.
Let's write a story together, Bridget.
I can certainly try. Okay. Thinking kind of on my feet here. I think under some illusion maybe that this might cause him even a microcosm of pain. Can I... So he's got his hand in her back. It's going to feel like her organs are being rearranged, I imagine, but is there a way to kind of reach back and see if she can get a grip on his arm and use her grip of, like, Child of the Shadow to essentially grab hold of his arm? That's one action.
Mm-hmm.
My goal being to grab hold of his arm, Blessing of the Raven Queen behind him, and hopefully bend it back far enough that, like, it either causes him some agony or it snaps off. She's hoping that, like, if there's a skull beneath the robe, that there might be bones beneath the robe as well. Even though she doesn't have magic capable of disabling him, I think she's going to make a good attempt the only way that she knows how. And it'll probably be really painful because, like, both of their hands are like, gripping her from the inside, and she'll maybe just, like, grunt and growl with agony, but if this is possible, then she wants to either bend his arm back far enough that it snaps off, or just hold it behind his back. And then she would say something.
Okay. Go ahead and how do I want to flavor this? Roll me a d20. Add your proficiency modifier. And add you know what? Let's make this more fun. Everyone else at the table, roll me a d10. So don't roll anything yet, Bridget.
Okay.
Okay, 4, 9, 10, 14, 16. Okay. What is your proficiency modifier?
4.
4. So with a 16 from the rest of the Wyld Ones, and a 4 from you, roll me a d20 and add 20. This is a DC 32. You need a 12 or higher.
$15.
Bridget, I said we'd tell a story together. To quote the wonderful Phoenix Iwaki, tell me what happens.
Okay, so I imagine since they're grappling between each other, vying for the same force, it is going to be painful. So, like, even as she phases out, she feels like their hands, like, oddly, kind of clawing like in one direction and the other, so it's like a bit of motion sickness even as she, Blessing of the Raven Queen's out, like with his arm in this kind of grip. And I wanted to say like she went up, but I think it was like a sidelong shift, so if he's here then she would have shifted here so that his arm was wrenched all the way back, and she would have used that leverage to pull herself up to his ear. I am not my father. You do not dictate my destiny to me. You have answers? Give them to me. We do this on my terms. Or this only ends one way for you and for him. Disagree. And she just tightens her fists around the Child of the Shadow. And I'm taking this with me as a fucking souvenir. Referring to his arm.
The head of this form slowly turns a full 180 degrees as the hood falls away, and for the first time you see the face of this entity. Expecting to see skull and bone, which you do, but not entirely. As you see a humanoid face, plain features for the most part, long, thick white hair, dark eyes much like your own, the same iris color, and scars all down one side, going down the neck, past the point that you can see. As he smiles at you. You want answers, Frike. Come and get them. Take what you want. It will not serve you.
She just laughs. You asked for it. And she's going to attempt to use her grip on the arm to sever it from the torso.
Okay.
I don't know what that would technically be, but...
Roll me a strength check.
Okay.
A 5. He rolled really low as well. But a 5 is not quite enough, I'm afraid. You pull and it just won't give away. And he looks at you. His smile going wider from ear to ear, much like this form of Phobos that you saw previously. This is all in your head. Why don't you come take my arm for real? You might do
I
a
think-
better job than your father did.
She's going to, like, the frustration is mounting, and I think the cracks are beginning to show, so she's gonna double down and attempt, like, a stunning strike on him, and as she's, like, attempting to exert her use of her ki, she just says, "Don't worry, I will. And you and he have taken everything from me." And then she'll just grunt and then attempt to dislodge the bone again. "Give me this much!"
As you reach back to lunge forward with your fist, the other arm comes up, grabs the back of your head. "I'll see you soon, my angel." And he reels his head back and headbutts you square in the face. Mr. Timey, Frike suddenly is thrown back about 30 feet from you as you are casting this spell. Tumbles onto the floor, away from you. Everyone sort of gasps. And there is an awkward silence. You look down at your hand. And you are holding something made of stone. Obsidian stone. In the shape of a heart. A humanoid heart. And that is where we will finish for this week. Especially as it...
Tiny's holding a heart?
Yes.
Sorry. Okay. Okay.
And that's where we're going to finish for this week. So, a massive thank you for everyone who's tuned in tonight, and for the wonderful people who gave us some donations towards our Source Books Fund. Thank you so much. Every donation helps us get some more new stuff. Oh, we can already afford games that I've been really wanting to get. I know we were very generously gifted a copy of Masks last week by one of our friends over at Roll Together, after Pat had mentioned last week about us wanting to do Masks. So thank you for making that happen, my dear friends, and to everyone else who's donated.
If there's any One Piece themed tabletops that you want to gift as well, Josh, feel free.
or the very rare Sailor Moon one.
Or Pokemon one. We're not greedy.
We're not greedy at all, no. Every donation goes towards more content for this channel with these guys, these wonderful role players. Like, can we have a round of applause for them? Tonight was amazing. Thank you guys so much. This was a great session. Let's quickly go around the table. Please, reintroduce yourself. Plug anything you have to plug. And give us your favourite moment from the session. Going in reverse order from the intro, let's start with Frike.
Hi, I'm Bridget, and I'm overwhelmed. No, I'm kidding. I've been, Frike, the, Slay of the Long Death monk. Hoping to do, more slaying in the upcoming episodes. Yeah, so favorite moments, I had a bunch, but I'm gonna be oddly specific and say, Elisich giving Frike the Night Orchid as number one favorite moment, because reaching out. And as soon as I've processed the narrative scene at the end, I will probably have an opinion that it was my favorite scene as well. Lots more to process. But while I do that, when I'm not here every Monday night on stream, you can find me every other Sunday night here as well for Descent into Avernus, every other Friday for Candlekeep Mysteries over in Phoenix, Milwaukee. And when I'm not on stream, you can find me behind the scenes, recapping, lore-keeping, fanficking, all that good stuff. We're making progress on the QuestJunkies wiki as of late. Wanted to get a little shout out there. Soon you'll be able to look at all of our pages and our details of all of our lovely characters and read more about who they are, how they came to be, and moreover, how they feel given the current campaign shenanigans. So that'll be fun. And that's me.
Thank you so much, Mr. Timey.
Hello, I'm Artie the Halfling. I have been playing Mr. Timey today, the Order Cleric with a Clockwork Soul. Favourite moment? Something stuck out quite early in the session for me, which was when we were all rolling. I can't remember what the check was, but the double threes from what I am now convinced is father and son. Very, very specific and weird, I know, but like, you know, it's canon in my head.
I think it was like investigation or something, or perception. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Perception,
Insight?
maybe?
Insight?
Insight, that was the one, yeah. But it's just a sign from the dice, you know, and I'm convinced. It's my conspiracy theory. But yeah.
Papa, can you hear me?
You're not my dad!
That's not what your mom said. Anyway. Yeah, I've recently moved house. I have my own space again, so hopefully I will be starting streaming again soon. So if you want updates on that, just give me a follow, I guess, and I'll keep you all in the loop.
Hell to the yes. Jump on that, guys. Thank you so much. And next we have Aegis.
Hi, I'm Aelin. I've been playing Aegis, the biblically accurate twink. You can find me here on Mondays or Wednesdays with my chaotic mess Celosia, or every other Friday on QuestJunkiesUK for Chasenta's Tyranny. Favorite moment? I won't lie, I love Elisich turning Aegis into a moth. Everybody pitching in to stop Aegis from making the world's worst non-consensual decisions. And also the battle for Frike was just super cool. The Fear Fiddles had me on the edge of my seat.
The Fear Fiddles.
Yeah, shout out to Monument Studios for providing the new music. They have a Kickstarter going, you should check that out. Really amazing stuff. Yeah, thank you so much. We also have Conor McGinnisy.
Hello everybody, my name is Patrick, aka Patton. Sometimes I draw art, but on this Monday afternoon I play Connell. I'm taking a break from streaming, just with like moving. Well, I'm not moving, but internet stuff is happening, but I'll try and get back to it as soon as I can. My favorite moment of the session, well, it'd be remiss to not say that Frike deserves an Oscar for this session, just with how many fucking stellar moments she had. But also, I quite like how on point the three of us were whenever it came to using our reactions to defend Frike from whatever bullshit Aelin was trying to pull. JK. Much love, Aelin. Alright, love y'all. I got a dash to go to work, so I'll catch you in the flip.
Bye!
Bye.
Okay, now the overlay's messed up. Ah! Okay, let me just very quickly at least get Elisich on the camera. Ah! Where are you? Where are you? I'm so sorry. I gotta get you on cam.
I'll just do this.
You're
Hi,
good, you're
guys.
good. I got you. Elisich!
Hi, I'm Mai, aka Mart the Pirate. You can find me on social media as Mart the Pirate, YouTube, all that stuff. You can find me here as Elisich, the artist formerly known as Rhódania, the Circle Stars Feelies Druid. You can also find me every other Saturday over in QuestJunkiesUK as my sad little damaged servant Twilight Cleric Soleil. We're doing Fandelver and Below over there, and it's a semi-traumatic but a good time. It's always fun. Go check out my YouTube there and other places. Favorite moment? I'm sorry to say this, Aelin, but you know, poor you, always getting charmed or caged or just extra layer of trauma every session, every like campaign I seem to be playing with you in. But I'm quite glad the moth thing worked. So I was like, I need to neutralize the target. That and also the fact that we found some fucking nature at last. So it was nice seeing some like fellow-minded nature nerds. Yeah, and having some mention of the first at last as well. So.
Hell yes.
I'm Morgan
Thank you
Freeman.
so much. Oh, Morgan Freeman, our beloved. I'm just getting.
Fun fact about that spell: if we ever are there for a year, if I cast a spell every single day, the spell doesn't go away unless I dispel it. So
becomes permanent.
Yeah, just gonna live there for now. So just gonna keep all the Morgan Freemans with me wherever I go.
I mean, I've canonized
Okay,
worse
enjoy
things.
the role.
Thank you so much. And I've been Pouch the Ever Humble Dungeon Master. I play everybody else. You can find us every Monday, every Wednesday, every alternate Sunday, right here on Quest Junkies. I also appear over on QuestJunkiesUK alongside Alien for Center's Tyranny. I also play over on Winter's Tales for Castleton when it returns from its mid-season break. I have some other guest appearances that are coming up soon. Lots of stuff coming up on QJ soon. Just all the things, really. It's busy. It's a busy time of year. Lots of fun stuff coming. I don't know if I've said this publicly yet, but I might as well say it now, just as a little fun thing. Next, not this weekend coming, but the weekend after, a certain group of us are getting back together to record Chapter 2 of Candela Obscura, The Circle of Blood and Time, which is going to be a doozy. That will be out later this year, and yeah, can't wait. It's going to be traumatic, as it always is, with the wonderful Scarlet Song at the table helming our fears and horrors. So excited. My favourite moment, I have two that I want to shout out specifically. The first is Mr. Timey's Dispel Magic on the 9th level projection spell. Absolutely amazing. Thank you for that moment. And to hit the DC square on as well, like, just the dice. Always. No. But I think the personal favourite was getting to share that moment between Elisich and Ginkgo and this sanctuary around the tree. You know, that was great for me in twofolds, because one, I got to bring back another character from Quest Junkies past. I don't portray them as well as Lexi does, but, you know, maybe we'll see them again at some point. But also just to, you know, me and Mai have had a lot of discussions about Elisich, and it's good to just dip into little things here and there now. Just sow those seeds, as it were. So yeah, we should do that more often. Let's do that more often. Let's do it again. Let's do it next week.
Like Monday.
And that's it from us. So we're gonna leave here. We'll find some of our wonderful friends to raid. I'm not sure who's on at the minute, but I will set that up in a moment. So all the love to you at home and to my wonderful players at the table. And I guess if there's anything else left to say, keep questing, QJs. Good night.
Ciao for now.